Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing my Eurotrip unboxing. So we just got back from our Eurotrip. Actually, it's been about 2 weeks. I just had to settle in because I had so much stuff with me, and of course I had to catch up with work, so I wasn't able to really settle down everything yet, and the unboxing had to wait. So if you've watched my previous video, you would know that my family and I went on a Eurotrip just last month. So that was for the month of October. My sister's taking up her master's in Rome, Italy, so we dropped her off there. And so while we were there, we decided to do a Eurotrip as well. We went to, I think, about 7 countries. It was with a tour, so we did Italy, France, Netherlands, Belgium, Germany, and 2 other smaller countries that I forget. But yeah, we basically had a lot of fun and we did a lot of shopping as well. So in this video, I'm going to be unboxing with you guys everything that I got from that trip. But before anything else, if you're new here, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I'm trying to reach 3,000 subscribers this year. So if these are the types of videos that you like watching, I would really appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button down below. And if you want to connect with me on my socials, it's at TrishDLF. So we're finally going to be unboxing. I'm so excited. I haven't used any of these yet because they were waiting to be unboxed. So all of them have been in their boxes and in their dust bags ever since I got back, just for this video. So I'm so excited to finally be opening them with you guys, and I will tell you the stories of every single item that I got. I also actually wanted to talk about my luxury shopping experience in Europe because honestly, going there, I was very anxious because I've heard a lot and just watching videos and reading threads on the Europe luxury shopping experience. I've always felt that there would be some racism probably towards Asians, especially because I'm Asian, and especially because most of my shopping I did in Italy and Rome and in Paris, France. So I think those 2 countries are the most notorious countries actually for giving a subpar luxury experience. You read about it all the time and you hear about it all the time that the SAs usually snob you, or they don't really give you much importance, especially if you're Asian. So I was pretty anxious going in there, but I would have to say that for each of the luxury items that I purchased, I actually had a very good luxury experience in the stores that I visited. So this was both in Paris and Italy. So without further ado, I'll leave the chit-chatting for later, but I will unbox the smaller items first and we'll leave the bags for later on in the video. If you've watched my Eurotrip wish list video, it's a bit surprising. I said that I wasn't really gonna get everything. I would only get 1 to 2 pieces, but I actually did get a lot of stuff from that wish list. So here we go. So I mentioned that I did shop in both Paris and in Rome because we started our trip in Rome, went to the countries in between, and then ended in France. Our tour group went back home from France all the way back to the Philippines, but because we had to leave my sister back in Rome, we flew back from France to Rome, and so I finished all my shopping there. And also the tax refund I did in Rome because that was our last country before departing back here. So let's start with the items that I bought in France, and so let's begin with this Dior paper bag. Now this is in my wish list. This one I got from Galeries Lafayette, and I think I had the most pleasant time with the SA there. I think he was French and he was just so accommodating when I asked for this item. I think after that experience, I realized that Dior has really good customer service because they're very consistent with their service. And all the countries that I've been to, including here in my home country, the customer service of Dior is pretty consistent. It's never been up down, up down. It's always top notch. And I bought such a small item, but the SA was really chatty. He was just chatting me up and I had a really good time there. This was the first luxury item that I bought during the trip, so it was actually a really good omen that the rest of my shopping experience would be great. So without further ado, let's just open what's inside the box. So it was wrapped very nicely, even with paper stuffing over it. And it also came with this. This is where I put the receipt. And over here, and for this one I just rewrapped them, okay, because I actually had to bring in all my purchases on my hand carry just so I could show it in case that customs asks for it for the VAT refund. So this is just all repacked, but anyway, this is the box. So it came packaged with a Dior ribbon, and as you can see, this is the small box and the dust bag, the Dior dust bag, and inside, okay, more paper, and this is what I got. And this was in my wish list. So I'm so happy to show you guys. It still has the stickers on it. But basically, this is the Dior 30 Montaigne belt. Now, I'll remove the sticker. This is my first time removing the sticker. I really waited, guys. I haven't used any of these. So let's peel it out together. And, oh, why is it hard to peel? Ta-da! Shiny gold belt. There you go. And I cut off the tag as well, so I can finally wear it. I'm not sure if you can see it. I'll just do close-ups. But this is the Dior 30 Montaigne belt in the color taupe and black. So this is the reversible type of leather. And I mentioned this in my wish list vlog. I really wanted this belt because I wanted to expand my accessories collection, because I realized I mostly just have bags. So I wanted to do like sunglasses and then like other accessories. So I finally bought a belt. Then I feel like this would really style up my outfits. I wanted either this 30 Montaigne belt or the CELINE Triumph, but I figured that the CELINE Triumph belt was a little bit too flashy for me, and I don't really like flashy logos. So when I saw this 30 Montaigne belt online, like I saw one of the influencers wear this, I actually didn't know that it was a Dior at first, because look at the shape. Like, it's so unassuming. It's just a circle. I can't really tell that it's actually C and D because it looks like more of a shape and just very understated. And no one else really has this. I mean, versus like the CELINE Triumph belt or like the Hermes H belt, I feel like that's more understated. So a lot of influencers haven't hopped on the bandwagon yet. So I felt like this really resonated with me, and that's why I like it. So this is just what it looks like with a taupe. I got this in the size 90 because I wanted to wear this both on my waist, and I wanted it to be like flexible enough for me to also be able to wear it with like low waist jeans. So for my body type, I got a size 90. It's a bit loose for my waist, like for high-waisted pants, but I plan to add holes later on so that I can wear it both for high-waisted jeans and for low-waisted. And you just flip the buckle around so that you can wear it on the black side. And this is what the black side looks like. Don't you think it looks so elegant? And from afar, like, it's just so simple, it's so plain, it's so small and dainty that it doesn't really stream out anything. That's why I love this. And this one, I was really happy with my SA at Dior, because in Gallery Lafayette, there's a Dior on the ground floor, and then I think on each floor they had a Dior. I forget, but there's basically like 2 Diors, at least the one that I saw. And on the ground floor, they said that they didn't have this in the size 90 anymore. But I really wanted the size 90. And I took my chances when I got up to the second floor, because the one on the ground floor, they said that they tried checking the system and they don't have it. But when I went to the second floor, the SA was accommodating enough to actually look for the size 90 in another store. So I don't know if the one at the ground floor, if they were just too lazy to get it somewhere else or in the stock room. But I know that my SA was gone for a while trying to get the size for me. So I had a really good experience because he was so nice to me. And yeah, even if he was just selling me a belt, I had a really great experience with him. So it was definitely a great time at Dior. Okay, next item is something that I've been talking about for a very, very long time. On this channel, offline, everywhere. And I'm so glad to say that I finally got it. And it is this, in this Chanel RueCambon paper bag. And you might already have an inkling of what this is if you watched my previous videos, but finally, I can rest in peace. I've been looking for this item, not in this exact color, but close enough. But I've been looking for something like this for about like 3-4 years now. Every time I go abroad, when I'm in a Chanel store, I would look for this specific item, or at least a color of this specific item, and finally I was able to find one. So this one, as you can see, is from RueCambon, the white paper bag with the white camellia. This is signature RueCambon store. Before I went to the RueCambon store, I actually also passed a few other Chanel stores. So when we did our layover in Dubai, I passed the Chanel store there. Actually, I think it's kind of a little cheaper there, but they didn't really have nice colors. There was one color that I almost considered, but it was too light for me. And then I also did line up in Gallery Lafayette. That was probably the longest line that we did. It's probably like 30 minutes, but they didn't have nice colors either. And the last other Chanel that we visited was in Venice. So in Venice, there wasn't really a line. I think just like one or two people. But yeah, they didn't have this there either. But for RueCambon, I was pretty surprised because RueCambon is like their main flagship store. And I was really expecting there to be a line because, hello, it's the main flagship, Coco Chanel's old apartment, right? But when I went there was no line outside. But when I got there, they told me that there was actually a line inside. They told me that the wait inside was around 20 minutes. And I felt that there was actually no line because usually they would be outside the store, right? So I took my chances. I was like, this isn't probably gonna take 20 minutes. So I was like, yeah, sure, we'll wait. So what happened was they made us go upstairs, just sat down on the sofa. But basically, we were already in like the shopping area. So there were quite a few people, but it wasn't like a literal waiting area where lots of people were waiting. It actually just felt like we were the only ones waiting. But all the SAs were definitely busy, so I definitely needed to wait until someone could attend to me. So we just sat there because I was tired from shopping at that point because we just came from another store and the stuff that I had were pretty heavy, so I just sat and took a rest. Didn't really have time to look around anymore. And the SA came to us in about like maybe 5 minutes. So we were just sitting there and then an SA finally came up and said that she would be ready to assist me. And it was very straightforward. I only really just wanted one thing from Chanel. I wasn't out here trying to buy a bag. You know, I knew my limits. We weren't going to buy a bag today. So I told her that this is what I wanted. And fortunately, they had this. When she brought out the tray, I was like, yes, finally, my wait is over. I can finally rest in peace. And I can finally shut up about this item. So before any more rambling, let me just open it with you guys. So it just came with this ribbon. And inside is the white box with a camellia. So pretty. And it's just in it. And I'm really so glad that I was actually able to find this in the RueCambon store because I get the signature RueCambon paper bag. Like imagine the entire time I've been looking for this. It was okay, like I just needed it, but to find it in the actual flagship, it was just like, it was amazing. An amazing experience. So this is what's inside. So you can see this in SLG, obviously, if you haven't realized it yet, but here's SLG and just came with a receipt and just some cards. So let me just put this aside. And are you guys ready? Just came in this felt kind of dust bag. And oh my gosh, guys, finally, this is a card holder in caviar leather, and I think this is in gold hardware. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what season this is because I really wanted the purple one, the light purple, which was I think from like 19. It was probably like an 18 or 19 collection. But this one, at that point, guys, I was ready to go with just a nice color. If you watch my previous vlog, I said that it doesn't have to be purple anymore because I know it's probably not in season anymore, but I just wanted a really nice color. So the one in Dubai I mentioned earlier, it was a flap card holder, but it was in a really light pink, and the caviar was actually pretty soft. And for Chanel lovers, I'm sure you know what I mean by soft caviar because their SLGs vary, their leather varies already. So it's not all consistent anymore with like the flap type of the hard caviar. Sometimes even the flaps have soft caviar. So basically that envelope card holder that I saw in Dubai, it was in a light pink color, so very prone to dirt, and it was in very soft caviar leather. But this one, it's not as soft. I feel like this one is more compact, so I really liked it. So again, I didn't really care about the seasons anymore. I don't know if this is a 23 collection. Let me know if you guys know what this exact color is. I've seen some bags in this color. I don't know if it's like a fall winter color already or what, but yes, finally we got the card holder, the zippy card holder with a slot at the back. It had to have a slot in the back, so I wasn't gonna settle with like the boy card holder because that doesn't have one. So I'm glad that this one came with that. And then you just open it up and it comes with like 3 card slots. And I actually have a card holder like this. It's the exact same pink, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's actually almost similar. This is the Prada card holder. I'll make a review if you guys want, but this is my other card holder. So this is an extra card holder that I have on the side, but because I got this, I think I'll sell this already. If you're interested, let me know. But yeah, I'm really so happy I finally got this. I'm currently using the Saint Laurent card holder. It's just like a simple card holder. I put that in my mini pochette, but now that I have this, I think I'm gonna start using this more because this is something that I've really wanted for the longest time, and I'm so glad I finally got it. For Chanel at the RueCambon store, I was more or less like in and out because I already knew what I wanted. So the moment she showed the tray and I saw this color, I said, okay, I'm gonna get that. So I just asked for a new stock, and fortunately they did have one, and I was able to get this. So again, I wasn't there to really look around. I wasn't out there trying to waste anyone's time looking at bags and things like that. I was just there to buy what I needed, and so I think that's why I had a good experience there as well, because I told the SA straight up that that's all that I wanted. I'm not gonna waste your time anymore. So I had a great experience. The store was definitely full, but not to the level that there were lines outside. So I'm glad, because I felt that I was actually pretty lucky, because again, when you read the forums or like watch videos, everyone says that there's always a line outside RueCambon, or basically like anywhere in Paris, any store in Paris, there will always be a line. So I was really trying to prepare myself for that, but the fact that I was able to come in and out from the RueCambon store, I considered myself lucky, and I told myself that one day I will be back at the RueCambon store to get a dream bag. So it might be far into the future, but that's something that I definitely want to do. But for sure, for my first experience at the RueCambon store, it was such a pleasant experience for me, and I was able to take this little souvenir that I will be using for quite some time. So I'm really glad that I was able to experience that. Okay, next, another little accessory before we go into the bags. And this one I got in Italy already. This is from Sunglass Hut. Now, this was also in my wishlist vlog, but this is something that I got from Prada. And this one was also something that I was looking for throughout the entire trip, and I realized that they actually had sizes for this. So this one I got at Sunglasses Hut in the Rome airport right before we left, because they were so cheap. Like in the airport, they're so cheap. They were way cheaper than me getting it in the city with the refund. It was even cheaper than that at the airport. So it was just something that I couldn't say no to anymore. But here's the twist to that. But before that, let me show what's inside. So when you open it, it just comes with a case. It has some cards, the cleaning cloth, and then it does have Prada soft case. So you have the hard case and the soft case. And this is what I got. It is the Prada symbol sunglasses. So as you can see, this is just what it looks like. It's a trending one right now, but here's the thing, guys. So apparently, these sunglasses have sizes, and that's what I was really bothered with, because I wasn't sure. There would be like Sunglasses Hut stores which were selling them for cheaper, but in the Prada store it was more expensive. So even in Galeries Lafayette, there was another sunglasses store there that was selling this for cheaper, but it looked smaller. And at that point, I didn't really know that these had sizes. I didn't know that you can literally check on the side for the sizes, and I kept on trying to Google if there were sizes, and I even asked the SAs, and they said that it's a standard size. But whenever I tried them on, it looked different, but I couldn't tell what it was because I didn't know. Like even in Google, it didn't say. But at the airport, when we were already leaving, of course, we were already in a rush. But when I saw these sunglasses and they were way cheaper, even compared to the city, I was like, okay, I'll just get them. Not really realizing like the difference in size. I just thought that it's cheap enough, like might as well buy it. And I didn't really know there were sizes until I got home, and somehow I was able to research enough, and it brought me to the fact that these Prada symbol sunglasses, they actually come in two sizes. At least the black ones come in two sizes. So there's this one, which is a size 49. So as you can see, it probably looks smaller as the ones that you see on other people, and that's because these sunglasses also come in a size 51. So this is what it looks like on my head, and my head is pretty square and big. That's why it really bothered me. It really felt small to me. And the other colors, the white, the gray, and the tortoise shell one, all of those, they only came in one size, which was the 51. So it's so weird because only the black one came with a 49. So I really wanted the 49 version more because I tend to like my sunglasses to be more oversized. This one looks a little bit more fitted. But let me know, because I can easily just resell this. I haven't really used it, so I feel I can easily just sell as new because technically it's still cheaper versus here in my country. And then I'll just rebuy it when I go back to Europe in the size 51. Let me know what you guys think. So I don't know if I should settle. It's pretty nice. It's the one with like the Prada logo on the side, and I really like how clean it is in the front. No logos whatsoever, and it's just basics, very standard, and it's just on the side where you can see the branding. And I just love rectangular sunglasses right now. I'm all about the rectangular sunglasses. It's just that the size, it's really bothering me. But let me know. Let me know what you guys think of this one. I love them. It's such a plain, simple, but still statement kind of pair. It's just that the size, I don't know, can sell them, and then I'll just rebuy it in the bigger size. So let me know in the comments down below, because I am so conscious about these sunglasses. Like, what am I gonna do with them? Keep or sell? Okay guys, I feel like we went a little bit overboard with all the storytelling. I feel like I had so many little stories attached to all the stuff that I bought. So we are kind of running out of time. So I think that the bags should be on another video, just so that this video won't be too long. I wasn't expecting the video to be this long, but just to max out my storytelling, because I only showed like 3 items in this video, I'll continue the story up to my Hermes purchase, because I also did make an Hermes purchase. So my fiance asked for an Hermes belt, and apparently it's still cheaper there, also with the refund. And I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, but I'm not really an Hermes girl. I've never really talked about Hermes on this channel. I'm not really into playing that game yet, or I'm not really interested in buying their bags yet. I feel like I need a separate video on that, on what I feel about like Birkins and Kellys. But yeah, I'm not really a huge Hermes person. I do love watching like those Hermes game videos, because I like listening to people rant about like their journey, or like I like listening to people's experiences on the Hermes game. But personally, I've never tried it, and personally I'm not really into Hermes. So coming into Hermes was a surprise, because I did buy something from Hermes, which was a belt. I'm not showing it here anymore because I already gave it to my fiance. He is pretty happy with it, but basically my Hermes purchase, because I've also heard that they can be quite snooty in Europe, especially in Italy and France. And I went to the store in Rome near the Spanish Steps, so I'm not sure what exactly that area is called, but that's where I went, and it was literally in and out as well. I didn't really get any snooty vibes from the SA, but then again, it's because I'm the sort of in and out type of shopper. I'm the type of shopper that's not really gonna bother you with anything else if I don't have plans to buy. I think because I was already set on buying a belt for him, I received good service, and yeah, I think I was there for like probably just 20 to 30 minutes. So very quick in and out. And so yeah, we finally made our very first Hermes purchase. It wasn't quite as intimidating as I thought it would be. And especially in Italy, because I searched that store before going there, and I saw so many reviews that like, don't shop at this store because they're gonna treat you bad. But I didn't get bad treatment, so I'm really glad that I didn't experience any of that. Overall, the shopping was great. The shopping for the bags was also fun. It has a really long story as well. That's why I thought to just cut this right now, and then we'll go on to the next video where I can tell you guys more about my bag shopping experience in Italy and France. So that's about all for this video. I will see you guys in the next one, where I'll be talking about the bags that I got. I hope you guys stay tuned. Again, if these are types of videos that you like watching, I would really appreciate it if you could hit that like button down below. And if you want to connect with me in my socials, it's at TrishDLF. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would really appreciate it if you could, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!